This is going to be my intro to 26 in 2026. I've determined that I really love doing project pans. If you've looked back on my handful of videos in the past, it was me trying to do project pans and me failing at filming and uploading, even though I thought of updating every single month. And I absolutely love watching project pans. I've decided that this year I'm going to do it. This is my year and I'm going to do things that I want to do. And what I want to do is film YouTube videos for fun. And I have way too much beauty products. So today I'm going to film the 26 items that I want to pan in 2026. And I'm going to show you. I think I'll start with skin and body care. I think I have one thing for hair care and then the rest is makeup. So the first thing I want to pan is my Pixi Glow Tonic. I got this from Winners in Canada, is like a TJ Maxx, Marshall's kind of store, you know, where they get all the random stuff and throw it into one store. It's the Hello Kitty kind of limited edition version, but I've used almost all of it and then I just immediately stopped caring about everything, so it falls off the wayside. But I have very little of this left, so I figured I might as well put it in here and really force myself to use it. I, at the moment, cannot find my Sharpie marker. We do have one in this house. And of course, that's the one thing I need and the one thing I can't find. So I guess we'll just look at it now, and if I can find it, I'll mark it. But hopefully this isn't a lot, so it could be done by next month. The next thing I have is also a very much a Give Me product. It is from Alchemy Living. It's one of those, you know, those kits that come out around the holidays where it has like a body wash, a bubble bath, a skin scrub that's actually not very scrubby. It's a weird gel with some bits in it. This is a sparkling strawberry scent body scrub. It is so low, it's almost laughable, but it's been sitting in my shower not being used because I think it's not scrubby enough, so I might as well just use it so I can bring in a body scrub that's actually scrubby. It literally has the bottom left. Like, this is an arm, a leg. This is very much a Give Me product, so I can have at least one thing done. The next thing I have for body is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7%. Also, if you can see on its last legs, I would use this in my underarms to help with excess sweating and stuff because I wasn't really a fan of deodorant, and then I just started using an antiperspirant, which I was kind of boycott against for a long time. And then I got the Secret dry spray, and now I'm just kind of in with that. But I should finish using this. It was doing me good anyways, so I might as well just use the end of it. So I have about that much left. Also, if I'm kind of working on it, that should be literally done next month, and I could be done 3 things by next month. This is kind of great. The next thing I have for skin and body is also from The Ordinary. It's the Salicylic Acid 0.5% body serum. I have this. I just recently got this. I didn't recently get it. It was a couple months ago and I haven't really broken into it that much. But I have KP, like kind of the chicken skin, the red bumps on my upper arms, and it bothers me in pictures. Do I care about it in everyday life? No, but in pictures I see it. So I was wanting to try this. I know it's generally for acne prone skin, but I heard somewhere that it should be good for that as well, just because it's kind of an exfoliant, and that's a buildup of whatever. If you look it up, I'm sure it'll be much better at explaining than I am. But this is like very full. Like, if I had to hazard a guess, it's probably still up at the top of, if I mark with my pen, Like, if you can see that little dot, like way up at the top. So I'll see if I can shine a light through it for next month to see where I am. Because this only really helps if you use it all the time, and I've used it here and there, and that's not going to show me any results, so I'll let you know how that goes. The next two things I have are lotions. I've had this St. Ives Fresh Hydration kind of spray lotion. For a few years now. A fair few years. Like, it's going on probably 10 years that I've had this, and I just don't pull it out as often as I should. It's not making a splashing sound, it's making a clicking sound. Like there's a component in here, but it's still squirting out, so I think I should just buckle down and finish this off so it's not looking at me every time I go, how many lotions do I have? My other lotion, it is the Peach Bellini scent from Bath & Body Works. While I was running around collecting all these, everything was shaking around, but I can see a line, and it is roughly probably to the bottom of the label. It's kind of hard to see through because I crushed up a couple of highlighters that I had that were not the kind of skin tone. One was like way too dark. It was like a bronzy highlight for me. And another one that was like super yellow, and I crushed it and put it in here, and it became a beautiful body sparkle. So I use it in the summer on my legs if I'm wearing skirts or dresses and stuff. So I'm putting it in here to really just buckle down and finish it off. The rest body-wise is kind of perfumes, so I'll show you those. I have another Bath & Body Works body spray. It's called Emily in Paris. The scent is Champagne in Paris. It is marked just below, if not at. Actually, it looks like it's at the top of this label in the front here. It's not my favorite scent, but if I just buckle down and use it, body sprays go really fast for me because I just kind of and go through it. So I figured I will buckle down and get this, as my grandmother got me one of those kits, perfume samplers, which means I can actually pick really nice kind of higher priced perfume. So I want to get down a couple of my body scents, so when I have that, that can be my main focus on my body smell goods. My next product is a Calgon Take Me Away body spray, fragrance mist, sorry. It's in the marshmallow scent. I got this from my local drugstore. I was going for the cotton candy one because I wanted to relive some of my youth when everyone used to buy that cotton candy body spray in the early 2000s and just pack it on. But while I was there, I went, I wonder what this one smells like. And I liked it more at the time, and now I'm not a fan of it. But I figured it might be nice to just kind of use it up and get rid of it. Well, if I find my Sharpie marker, hopefully that will help. But as of now, if I hold it flat, on this label, there's a green marshmallow and one behind it. It is at the top of the green marshmallow behind it, if you can see that. I want to focus on this one as well. I have one hair care product just because I have a lot of hair care products, and I don't tend to take care of my hair that much because I don't really care. But as I am on a hair growth journey as well, and once in my life I'd like to have my hair grown down to my waist, figured I should probably start trying to take care of it. I have a long ways to go, a good couple of years here, but a start's a start. So I have this L'Oreal Total Repair Replenishing Detangling Care kind of leave-in conditioner. I got this one. I was very blonde for a while, and then I was growing out my hair, and didn't want the blonde anymore, so I dyed it totally brown. And it was so long then, but because I was dyeing it with a permanent box dye after bleaching it myself, I figured it was going to be really damaged, so I got this to help it, and I think it helped. But now, because it's winter and where I live in Canada, it is very, very dry. I put it in almost every day to combat the static electricity. Because if I don't put this in, my hair will kind of and crackle. So I have this. I think roughly, if I hold it up to the light, it is somewhere around the bottom of this red box. So above repairs and below protein right here, that is roughly where it's at. I do have the smallest bit in a spray travel size bottle that I brought to Mexico with me this past November. And I will be going to the Dominican in February, the very beginning of February. So I will probably finish up using that one while I'm there and also work on this one in the interim. I have this one face wash. I do not use it on my face. It's Lazy and Easy All Kill Cleanser Oil to Foam by Holika Holika. It has Gudetama. I don't know if that's pronounced a different way, but I say Gudetama. The funny little egg guy on it. I don't use this on my face. I never liked it. Also, it's extremely old. But I do use it to wash my makeup brushes, and those really do need a cleaning. So I figured if I do that actually semi-regularly, it'll really just clean this up, because I have a lot and they're all filthy. So that is here. We have now reached what I consider the fun area, which is my makeup area. So I guess we will start with the oldest thing I've had in my collection. So old that the name is starting to get destroyed on the thing. This is an old Avon quad. It was the Wrapped in Velvet eye palette. Sorry, it's the Wrapped in Velvet in the color Velvet Smoke. Oh, it contained 1 eyeliner and 4 eyeshadows, which I just realized now, and I probably only started using now. So, oh, sorry, it was a quint. There was 5 items in here, but I used one of them so many years ago that I just blocked out that it was ever in here. So it used to have a white, this current blue, kind of a taupey color. It has this silver color and this black color. I assume this black is for an eyeliner. So I've been using the white, and I finished that off naturally when wanting to focus on the inner part of my eye. I've now turned to using the blue for my inner corner, and it's almost done. If you can see, it's just kind of around the edges, and it's kind of thicker towards this side. The taupe one I've used many years ago. I really liked it. I did it a lot for a kind of a one eyeshadow look. I've the silver that I've barely used. There's barely a dent in it, but that'll be after the blue is done. I'm going to see about using the silver as kind of just a inner half of my eye and just really work a really silver eye for a while. And this black that I have a nice dip in, if you can tell, and a good chunk of pan. I've started wearing that as an eyeshadow on my upper lash basically every day. And these is kind of my plan for work. I work Monday to Friday in an office. So an easy, just inner corner. I'll show you the 2 I've been using for an outer corner, and a little shadow lash line has been really good for me. So my next 3 items are kind of the blue, the silver, and the black. Hoping to use that up so then I can get this, see how filthy this palette is? Oh. So I can get this kind of used up and out of my life. To go along with that one, I do have this Kat Von D. This, I got this well before it turned into the KVD Beauty. The Shade and Light Eye Palette, the matte one. I've used a few shadows up in here naturally, but I've determined that these two big ones, this kind of orangey one, I can't even tell you the colors anymore because it's so worn off on the back. But this orangey one and this kind of neutrally grayish one are my outer corner lid, and determining on these two determines my lip combo. But every day I'll kind of determine if I want an orangey outer corner or a kind of like a warm toned or a cool toned eye look. Just following on the things that make sense. Determining on the warm toned / cool toned eye look will determine the lip that I want to have. So if I'm doing a warmer lip, I'll do what I'm wearing now, which is this old Essence. I wonder if it has a name. It's just an Essence lipstick in Miss Peach, number 67. I don't even know if they have this anymore. But I only have about this much left. And I figured every time I do a warm eyeshadow look, I'll use this guy and finish that one off, which is not much. It has a couple chunks taken out of it because it had some weird stuff on it that I kind of chopped off, and nothing else seemed to be growing on it because it's also very old. And it's been fine, so I'm gonna kind of use up this, and then if I ever run out of that, I guess I'll pick another orange toned lipstick to focus on, but that's my main one. And if it's a cool toned eye look with a cooler tone gray, I will use this one. That's how much I have left of this one. I will make marks in my cute little donut notebook of how much of these lipsticks I have, and anything that can be measured by size. This is a Palladio kind of lip crayon. Pop Shine Brilliant Lip Balm in the color Get Real. It is kind of just, as you can see, a nudie, kind of cooler brown, taupey brown color. So I figured that would work really well with my cool tone looks that I plan to have going forward. I currently have 2 setting sprays, and this is my oldest one. So instead of using both of them or focusing on the new one like I have been, I want to just finish off this NYX Bear With Me Prime Set / Refresh multitasking spray. I use it as a setting spray. I have about that much left. It just got shooken up. So it's roughly at the top of the words multitasking spray. So I mean, if I'm going to plan to be putting makeup on every day, I might as well set it with something and just get this out of my collection. To go along with the whole setting experience, I have this AOA Studio Puff and Set setting powder in this shade Translucent. So I have about that much left of this. So I plan like straight across. So I'm going to use this every day and kind of, well, I'm going to try to focus on this one as well. I also have this cream eyeshadow, also by AOA Studios. It's one of the Venetian Romance creamy eyeshadows in the color Petticoat. Just like most people, I understand that cream products go bad faster, and I really like this one. It's also really good for a one eyeshadow look. So if I don't feel like putting on 2 eyeshadows every day for work, I can just whip this one on. It is one of my favorites. It's just a beautiful kind of coppery brown color. My next product is by SheGlam. It is the Better Brows Long Lasting Eyeshadow Pencil. One side of it is a spoolie, and the other side of it is one of those weird kind of blade shaped eye pencils. It is kind of flat on one side and long on the other. and I have about that much remaining. I would only really say that much in reality, because once it gets down to there, you can't exactly continue putting it on with that side, since this side's going to be hitting your skin. So that'll also be marked in the notebook. The other product is a highlighter palette, or I have two highlighters still in here. It's by Mariposa. It's the High Glow Quad was in here. As you can see, I've scraped out two of them in the color Half Moon and Moonlight. Moonlight was very brown and just not conducive to my skin tone. And Half Moon was a very yellow toned one. I guess I could have used it, but I figured if I was turning it into this lotion, one highlighter wouldn't be enough. It is very glimmery and shimmery, but I figured I'd use two. But the ones I have remaining are Moon Girl and Full Moon. So Moon Girl is this bottom one here. That one's mostly used, and then I have Full Moon, which barely has a pan in it. I don't know if any of these pans were made organically. I'm sure I've scraped them into other things. Like at one point I was making myself face powders and I wanted them to be a little bit more glowy. A scrape here, a scrape there to use them. I'm going to see if that gray eyeshadow doesn't work once I finish the blue. I will probably just turn to using Full Moon on kind of the inner half of my eye, which will really help get the usage up, because that's still a lot of highlight to go through in a year. My last three products are in this e.l.f. kit. I'm sure it had a name on it at some point and I peeled it off, but it is kind of a full face kit. It did come with two layers. The top layer is eyeshadows, and the bottom layer was kind of face products. So it was, I assume, kind of a highlight slash setting powder, kind of a neutrally peachy blush, a very cool tone pink blush. This as well must have been a blush, and then a very orange tone blush. The three things in the top row I'm going to focus on are this kind of setting powder. It is matte, it's not a highlighting powder, so I figured kind of maybe just an all over setting powder. This kind of neutrally blush, I can burn through that really fast. And this pink blush, so it'll be these top three. I don't know what I'll do about that orange one. I've tried it on my face and it's very, very orange, so I think at some point if I do try to pan it, it will be as an eyeshadow. And that seems to be the end of my 26 products that I'm hoping to focus on and finish in 2026. If at all I've entertained you or you want to continue following, I'm hoping to post this around the start of every single month, an update. Goal is on the 1st, but how life happens, it might be on the 2nd, might be on the 31st/30th. We don't know. And then I will see about posting more. I'm hoping to post more. I'm wanting to film packing / getting ready for going to the Dominican Republic this February. I'm hoping to film there, maybe vlog style. Next week I am hoping to post my entire beauty inventory, and I guess we'll just see from there what goes on, what interests me, if anyone's on here wants to see if I finish these products and feel like I need more products in future, any more projects that come up. Thanks. Bye.